Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we are on Now's account for Vietnam Server 2. He has taken up Hugin 2, Paragon 2, plus 10 exclusive equipment. So first of all, the quality bonus that he will get is going to be the same as, for example, Rainier, Ludovic, giving an attack boost to an ally 1 tile behind him, which has a lot of synergy because already the ally 1 tile behind him will be getting the Mechanized bond as well, which will be up to, with the 5 skill power we have now, up to a 30% attack boost. Basically 30% of Hugin's attack is going to be contributed to the ally placed 1 tile behind him. So now we're going to do some AFK stage testing to see how this is going to work, because I do think he should be a good option for Liber comps. However, like for example in this team, we would have to kind of replace Sonya and have the Hugin go in front of the Tassi, and let's see how this is going to do. This is going to ramp up the Tassi by a lot. Also, we're going to see like the mechanics of Hugin, how he actually is going to perform in the fight. So Lily May interrupts him, which is the problem, and this is what I was really worried about, to be honest. But the good thing is he's going to sit by his anvil, and Rowan is also going to allow him to keep casting his ultimate and cycling that really rapidly. So you're going to get a lot of shielding. Now what I want to see is, now for example, we have the shield active on 2 of our allies. If we can get Hugin to cast again, I hope he shields the other 2 allies, for example, who are currently not shielded. Okay, Tassi gets shielded here, but it did look like Luca was again shielded. But with Hugin, and especially Rowan giving him the energy, it's looking like basically there's no way the opponent is going to be able to kill you. But the question will be, will we have the damage to break through here from the Hugin buffs? Are they going to be enough? And for the first 45 seconds, that 30% bonus attack, that is also a really important buff for this season. We're destroying this. This was absolute destruction. I don't know if with Sonya it would have been that easy, because he is at a high AFK stage. When we take a look at the records, 1,370 was the minimum, and we've cleared at 1,420. So that is not bad at all. I feel like Hugin is going to be actually a meta AFK stage hero, because if we're only like 50 to 60 levels higher, but we got such an easy clear, that is showing you that Hugin is actually a pretty good option. And like, if for example, like you're in earlier, maybe when we start the new season and you need to push at a high level deficit, that is when you need that shielding to actually keep your team alive, and Hugin could be even better. So that's what I like about Hugin, because he has basically 20 range, and he sets up his anvil, and he will always remain at his anvil even after being displaced. He's kind of protected. He's not running into the front line to take aggro from the enemy team. Okay, let's try another AFK stage to see whether this is actually going to work for the long run. Another thing I want to try, I don't know, I want to basically use Sonya and Hugin both, but there is a problem with that. Basically, it will not really work, because if I put Hugin in front of Tassi, who's our carry, then Sonya's going to begin buffing up the Hugin instead of the Tassi, and then it might as well not even run the Sonya, and then keep running, for example, Lucius like was fielded here. So I think we'll just go for the Lucius. Let's see how well this is going to do. Like, did we just get lucky in that previous run? Or is it just that strong? You basically cast your ultimate so quickly at the beginning of the match because of your 600 free filled energy. And if you have Rowan as well along with this team, you're going to be casting ultimate so much. And yeah, this is looking really strong. It's looking crazy. I'm really impressed with Hugin in AFK stages. Just to be sure if the Mechanized bond buff is going to remain onto your allies after Hugin's death, I want to do some testing in AFK stages. I'm gonna just go for... This is just for testing purposes. Who is a hero, like, maybe... Who is a hero that doesn't provide any attack buff onto themselves? Probably Odie, right? Odie. We can just go for like a Tide Call spell that doesn't have any effect. And then what I want to do is I want to have my Hugin die. And one way we can have Hugin die is we can run Harak, because then Harak can eat the Hugin. And yeah, I want to try this. Okay, so hopefully Harak, or will Harak just die? So Hugin is dead, and there's still 2 attack buffs. There were still 2 attack buffs on the Odie, and one of them I think was the Mechanized bond. Oh, wait. Okay, so one of the attack buffs is actually the buff from the Charms of Hugin. And those are for the first 45 seconds of the match. Right? Yeah, so the 2 attack buffs here, Mechanized Bond. And he still has the 2 attack buffs, but then one of them wears off. One of the attack buff wears off towards the end. So what is happening here? Hugin didn't cast his ultimate. Hugin didn't cast his ultimate. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to try to just have... we want still Hugin to die. And then I want to see... Okay, the 2 attack buffs. Okay. And one of them wears off. So is it the Mechanized Bond buff which is wearing off? Because the attack charms of the quality bonus of Hugin, those... they last for 45 seconds, right? Irregardless. Like, for example, like, let's say I put Rainier here. Like, Rainier. Put Rainier here. Then his... Even after Rainier dies, the attack buff onto Odie is going to remain for the duration. So, the Mechanized Bond is disappearing. The Mechanized Bond is gone after the Hugin dies. That's kind of what we can figure out from this. Which is, again, this is a kind of a problem. Because here we still have the 2 attack buffs, but then one of them fades away. And neither of these were related to like the ultimate cast, because Hugin didn't even cast his ultimate. That gives another attack buff. So that is a problem with Hugin. You need to keep him alive. And so, for example, in a Heroic team, it just won't work. Because already Sonya is going to be a higher overall value attack buffer compared to Hugin. And for regular arena, Supreme Arena, the problem is he's still squishy, he's still easy to kill. And if his buff is not even permanent after he's dead, basically there's no value after he's dead. You have to keep him alive. So all of these are kind of giving us the idea about Hugin that, in my opinion, I do not think he is too great. Because he has the same problem as Sonya, that he can get killed before basically providing value for your team. And he doesn't have permanent value. Yeah, he doesn't have permanent value no matter what. Like, he needs to be on the field, casting his abilities, casting his ultimate, and maintaining the Mechanized Bond. Otherwise, it is going to fade away. Yeah, so for example, if we take a look again at the same team, and like, let's say we go for like an actual proper team here, and we show you rather than Sonya, we go for the Hugin. Now you're going to see the buffs on Tassi, they're going to stick from the Mechanized Bond. We have 1 attack buff right now. And, okay, now we have 3 attack buffs. 3 attack buffs. And, yeah. I mean, one of them is from the charms of Hugin, and then one of them is from the Mechanized Bond, I'm assuming. And then one would be the ultimate cast of Hugin. And then Tassi, yeah. I think those are the major form of buffs that are granted. Okay, so that is the thing. He's looking really good for AFK stages, but the problem is for other areas where survival is going to be the problem, regular arena and Supreme Arena, he's not looking as great. And the fact that once he's killed, he's basically, all of his value fades away, and the fact that he doesn't have invincibility, he doesn't have respawning mechanics, he's dead once he's actually killed, that is the issue. And that is what I'm worried about, and why I'm thinking that it is going to be, Hugin is like, in like an ideal, like, if everything goes right, Hugin can be great, but the problem is, most of the time, things are not going to. And for regular arena and Supreme Arena, he doesn't have the, like, survivability, mechanisms in his kit. And so he's going to be kind of even worse than Sonya, in my opinion. And I think Sonya's she's not done great in regular arena or Supreme Arena, because it's really difficult for her to cast her ultimate and get the value. Yeah, but anyway, guys, you can let me know what you think about Hugin. I'm thinking right now that AFK stage pushing hero, like, completely pretty much, but he looks pretty good at that. He seems to be dominating in the AFK stages that we've just seen so far. But maybe Sonya would be dominating the same. So I can't say for sure Hugin is way better than Sonya, but he was looking pretty good. So you guys can let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and thanks to Now for letting us use his account for this video. But I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.